In this lesson, we're going to take a look at how to make a spoon. Now, you're working on an assistive spoon, which you'll hear about more in the announcement. So I'm going to get you started with how to actually make the spoon itself, the part that goes in your mouth. So I'm under basic shapes. And if you scroll down under basic shapes, you find this shape called half sphere. So I'm going to click and drag one of those out. I also want to drag my ruler out. So click, drag, and hold, and drag my roller out. So this is going to be my spoon. First of all, I need to flip it upside down. So I'm going to click on this. Now look, I could click my arrows and spin it and all that stuff. I want to show you a shorter way. Up here in the right-hand corner beside import are two triangles. If you click this, it'll actually flip it one way or the other. And you'll see three arrows. Which way do you want to flip it? Front to back, side to side, or top to bottom? I'm actually going to click top to bottom. All right, so now if I zoom in, my spoon is upright. So if you think about this, this doesn't really look like a spoon right now. It looks more like a measuring cup end. So I'm just going to grab some sides and stretch it out a little bit. All right, so there's kind of my spoon so far. Now you look at it and be like, well, there's no hole in it. So here's how we're going to make the hole. Click your shape, go up and duplicate it. So what you'll see now is what I actually have highlighted is my duplicated shape. I'm going to shrink the duplicated shape just so it's a little bit smaller than my original shape. But I want it to be scaled proportionately. So hold the shift key down and grab a corner square. I'm holding shift down. You got to do that. Grab the corner square and start taking it inside. And you'll notice it's getting smaller. I'm not exactly sure how much smaller to make this. I'm just going to go in maybe like 2 clicks, like 2 bumps of the mouse, so to speak, and then let go. Now, keep in mind, I still have my duplicate, smaller duplicate highlighted. If you want to split these, just grab one and move it. Okay, one of them is smaller than the other. This is my smaller one. That's my bigger one. How can I tell? Look at your numbers. This one's 39. This one is 37. So because this is the smaller one, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure it's clicked, go up and make it a hole. And I'm going to merge it back with this one. Okay. So before I put it back, and I'm going to align it, I'm going to take him and make him taller. No, that's not what I want to do. So let's go back, Control Z. And I want him to be the same height, but he shrunk a little bit. So I got to raise him up. So he is 10 high, he is 949 high. So I'm going to raise him up. I'm going to raise him up off the board. Let's go 1 millimeter. So now when I put him in, you'll see that he fits inside. All right, he should fit inside because he's a little bit smaller. And I may have to make him a little bit smaller yet. So I have him highlighted, hold the shift button down, and I'm just going to push him in a little bit more. And then I'm going to raise him up a little bit more. So let's make it 2 this time. Just enough so he's sticking out the top. Okay, so now I'm going to align them. So select both of them, go up to the, looks like a bar graph. Click on that. I'm going to align them so that they are straight both ways. And you can see my hole is sticking up just a smidge. Go ahead and select both of them and group them. And what you'll see now, it's basically like the inside of an eggshell. I basically now made the front of my spoon. Now that it's merged or grouped, I can grab this and stretch it and resize it if I need to. I can make it a deeper spoon. So now I have this spoon looking edge. Okay, so that's the start of it. That's how you make a spoon, like the spoon part of a spoon. Now your job is going to be to make a handle that a person who does not have the ability to bend their finger joints to be able to use this spoon. And what we're aiming at directly here is rheumatoid arthritis. And you can look that up a little bit. If you want to make a handle, a general handle, you can just use a rectangle and kind of resize that and kind of push it in and fuse it, things like that. So that's kind of the gist of like how we're going to start to build this thing. But what you need to do is make a way to some kind of attachment or special handle that will attach to the person's hand or through their fingers so that they can work this spoon without bending their finger joints. Okay, good luck.